the whole thing of Trump Porter and Muscatel has made it. We can go to the mainstream press now here in Portugal. And the story this morning that picks up on this and the reaction in Portuguese politics is here. More positivity in Portuguese politics. A new political force emerges today with focus on peace, love, and happiness. After months of political controversy and wrangling, which has led to a largely unwanted third election in as many years, a new force has suddenly emerged with a surprising but possibly timely message. The new out-of-left-field power in politics is Partido Positividade de Portugal, basically the Portugal Positivity Party, who have thrown their hat into the electoral ring in response to cynicism and negativity among Portuguese voters being at rock bottom. Launching the party ahead of May's elections, that must have been this morning, an early breakfast meeting, coffee, of course, pastel de natas, and revealing its bold but simple plans today, co-founder Felipe Feliz said, "This is a remarkable moment and opportunity for the Portuguese people to rise up, stop struggling, and live wonderful lives in our beautiful country, a country that so many others want to move to and enjoy a glorious lifestyle that we're in danger of taking for granted." I'm liking the cut of his jib here. Like many Portuguese people, we're sick of the constant whiff of corruption, predictable self-interest, and lack of true progress that run-of-the-mill politics offers the population, he continued, without wanting to dwell too much on the negatives. Turn the attention of the incredulous and confused journalists present towards accentuating the positive. Bring it on. I feel a song coming on. Quizzed on why positivity and why now, party co-founder Beatriz Vida responded, "The business of politics, and a business it clearly is fixated on problems and negativity. Spiritual teachers throughout the ages have taught us that what we think about, we bring about," which, she says, leaves little hope for any of the parties we have now and accounts for the party's visionary motto, "Pensamos, realizamos." Those of you who are doing the A2 will know that that means what we think about, we realize, or what we think about, we bring about. Modern day politicians seem only to think about problems themselves and their future prospects. What this has inevitably and not surprisingly led to is more problems, more corruption, and ultimately well-paid jobs in the EU. Cynical? Yes, you might say. She added, with a knowing look in her eye, at the party launch press conference this morning, which was adorned with banners bearing such advice as "think and grow rich, and life is what you make it." I'm loving the sound of this political party. The PPP's key manifesto idea is that if the country and its people focus on peace, love, and happiness, there's a very good chance that this will become their own as well as the collective reality, a message they know will not be easy to implement in the current and deeply cynical political climate. Only hours after launching that's Tony, isn't it? Hours after launching. Only hours after launching the Positive Party, or the Positivity Party, I should say, it's already having to reject accusations that their peace of love hippie positioning, typical, but does not have the clout to address the challenges of the real world, both domestically and globally. Issues such as the impact of artificial intelligence on the world and the breaking news, here we go, that the American president plans to buy and rename Comporta, along with his Doge sidekick threatening to buy up fortified wine brands in nearby Setúbal. We're not saying that some increased and improved efficiency wouldn't go amiss in our own civil administration, retorted Senora Vida. But the idea of having Tromporta on our doorstep and having Moscatel renamed Muscatel leaves us sick to our core. We actually intend to use AI against challenges to sovereignty, preferring emotional and spiritual intelligence as the main pillars of national and global security. I'm liking these guys. The party's main message is that it's time for Portugal to realize its value, its power, and with or without the help of the EU, the USA, or any other foreign country who PPP suggest are being destroyed by the same old political ideas that are ruining Portugal and its prospects, along with its rich and enviable culture. In relation to the EU specifically and the launch of its recent disaster preparedness strategy and plans, PPP responded smartly to the European Commissioner for Crisis Management, Hadja Labib, who urged us to be ready for anything whilst rejecting scenarios of alarmism and panic. Remember that a few days ago? A well-prepared citizen should have enough emergency supplies at home, the EU advises, including water and tinned foods to last 3 days, a torch, a shortwave radio with batteries and a first aid kit. Looks like this is the PPP's plan here. What sort of survival is that? Scoffed Senor Felice, who countered the dismal EU suggestion by saying, we propose that Portugal implements its own tried and tested 3-day plan, but this is hot off the press. But here we suggest citizens keep their phones charged up, preloaded with cheerful Pimba playlists downloaded from Spotify, and have enough Portuguese wine, cheese, and cured meat on hand to last the worst of any natural or man-made disasters. Shortwave radios, whatever they are, will not be needed, as local avos or the Volvo network will be the only communication system we'll need, a true off-grid, apocalypse-proof system honed over centuries. Critics emerging to pour scorn and cold water on PPP's upbeat and hopeful message include far right, far left, and centrist socialists who are united for once in their criticism. If politics was really this simple, said one wealthy, lifelong politician who preferred to remain unnamed, do you not think we would have given up our perks, benefits, and privileges a long time ago and let the ordinary people live happy lives unaffected by our constant bickering, endless taxes, and sense of self-importance? Voters looking for the website and manifesto, if in case you are looking this up, voters looking for the website and manifesto of Portugal Positivity Portugal may be disappointed, however, given that party insiders and personnel say they've been too busy enjoying the long-awaited sun and long, delicious Portuguese lunches to upload anything to the web. Anyway, however, our approach is basically common sense, declared the party's reluctant but cheerful leader, Felice. We know, and everyone knows, that being happy makes sense and is the basis of a great life, personally and nationally. We also know it's not necessarily that common, this common sense. We therefore ask all Portuguese citizens to just have fun and enjoy their lives fully, whether we get elected and lead the country's political future or not. There you go, ladies and gents. And I'll leave you this morning. I'll download that and I'll leave you with PPP, the new political party here in Portugal, the Positivity Party, and their 3-day disaster survival kit, as suggested by them, with a very helpful visual for you there. Have a great day, friends. Let's just see what your response is to the Portugal Positivity Party this morning. As I leave this on the screen for you. Very important. Download that, screenshot that. That's how we roll here in Portugal. Lamprey is expensive. I think that's referring to Tony's comments here. Bon dia, Malta. Don't forget, it's also spaghetti season today. Don't forget to check your trees for the harvest to see if they're ready. Ah, yes, Mr. Dimbleby would have been proud, Pete. I say we create a wine party. Oh, my goodness. Mrs. M wants to vote for the PPP. After a night of drinking beer, I'd vote for a PPP. And after a night's drinking, yes, we're all desperate for a PPP. I don't think you're taking this very seriously, folks. Have a great day. Take care. And all power to the PPP.
In Portugal, there's a YouTube show.